Hi, this is Paula, and I found this recipe actually on Facebook for this breakfast casserole. It's really, really good and will look good. So I said I was going to try it, but I kind of did a little variation for my particular dietary needs. And then I also, since it didn't kind of have specifics on some of the ingredients, I figured it out and I wanted to share with you. So this is a breakfast casserole. Now what I'll do is I'll first tell you the ingredients. Okay, you'll need a dozen eggs. That means 12 eggs. So you'll need a whole thing of eggs. You will also need milk. Now in my case, I don't use regular milk, so I used almond breeze, which is almond milk. And then I also need some salt. And from Trader Joe's, I purchased some chicken breakfast sausages. Now there were 16 sausages in this. So this is what I purchased. You can purchase another type if you'd like, but this actually ended up being perfect, and it doesn't have any nitrates in it either. I bought from Trader Joe's also some shredded hash browns, and this is a 20-ounce container of shredded hash browns. Also, I need cheese. Now, the original recipe calls for cheddar cheese. Now, I happen to have on hand cheddar cheese and Monterey Jack cheese. This is mild cheddar and Monterey Jack. Now I had the chunks of cheese. I had two 8 ounces. Actually one of them was a little bit bigger than 8 ounces, but you'll need pretty much 16 ounces of cheese. Now you can buy the shredded cheese if you'd like. It's pre-shredded. By the 16-ounce container, that'll work. In my particular case, I bought the chunks and I shredded it myself. So that meant I needed a cheese shredder. And also with the recipe, you need a bowl as well as a whisk. You need a measuring cup, and you need teaspoon and tablespoons as well. Also, for the recipe, you'll need a skillet. Now, in my particular case, I use my cast iron skillet because I love it and it's good. I cook everything. Even I cook cakes in it sometimes. So you need a skillet, and of course, you need a crock pot. So now, this is my crock pot. As you see, it's round, and there it is. Actually, see the finished product in there, but we won't look at that now. And my particular crock pot has on it 3 settings: keep warm, low, and high. And I'll tell you what setting I had mine on. So I think I've hit all the ingredients. Oh, I think as a little treat, I did have some Italian seasoning because I give it a little extra flavor, as well as some pepper. Okay, so now what you do to start off is you take olive oil. Now, you don't have to use olive oil, but I didn't have any oil spray, like canola spray or anything like that. So I took a tablespoon of olive oil and I put it in my crock pot. And I just took a paper towel and then I just rubbed the oil in it so that it was on the bottom as well as the sides of the crock pot. And then what I did is I opened my hash browns and I put my hash browns in the bottom of the crock pot. And then what I did is I took my 12 eggs, and I put them in a bowl and I whisked them. Now don't whisk too fast because you don't want it to slop all over the place, but whisk your eggs. And then after that, I took my almond breeze, my almond milk. And now this cup is actually used for dry measuring things like flour and sugar. However, I couldn't find my ones for liquid. So I just poured this into the cup, and I was just careful as far as pouring it into the egg. So I pour the milk, almond breeze, into the eggs, okay, and I continue to stir. Now, the recipe that I got, it said to put a lot of salt and a lot of pepper, but I found that it's not really... I think it's better to have some flavor in it, and if you need to add more salt after, then add it. I actually put like a tablespoon of salt in it, thinking, oh, there's a lot of ingredients, but it actually ended up being a little saltier than I like it. So reality being, I will use next time. So I'm kind of giving you a heads up. If you use a tablespoon, it's going to be salty, so I'd rather start off smaller. So 2 teaspoons of salt, and then also 1 teaspoon of pepper, and both of those ingredients, the salt and the pepper, get put into your egg mixture. And then I also took my Italian seasoning and just poured a little bit just to give it a little interesting flavor. Okay, so we have our hash browns sitting in the crock pot. I haven't turned my crock pot on either yet. So, and we have our eggs, milk, salt, pepper, and then a little Italian seasoning if you want in the bowl. Next, we want to take whatever pan you're going to use. Okay, like I said, I use my cast iron skillet for mostly everything. And you take the sausage and you fry the sausage in the cast iron skillet. So you just kind of keep an eye on it, you know, turn it, make sure it gets kind of browned on all the sides. So you just kind of turn it a little bit. And then you cook up your sausage. Leave those in the pan there. And then the other thing that you want to do is you want to take your cheese. Now, like I said, if you buy the pre-shredded cheese, then you don't have to worry about shredding it. But otherwise, if you get the chunk cheese, then you shred your cheese. Okay? Okay, so now, right now, we have our hash browns in the pot. We want to take our sausage, okay? And there's about 16 sausages in this. So you want to take our sausage, put them on top of the hash browns. And then we take our cheese and put that on top of the sausage. And now, since the sausages were still a little bit warm, the cheese just kind of started to melt into it. But then you need to take a spoon and, let's see, I had a spoon. Okay, well here's a spoon, any type of spoon. Take your spoon and to stir together the hash browns, the cheese, and the sausage. So you kind of stir that all together, leave that for a second. And then you want to take your egg milk mixture and you pour that on top of the hash brown mixture, and then you gently kind of mix the egg in with the hash browns, with the sausage, with the cheese, kind of mix it all together. So it's just kind of a you know, like you're getting ready to, you know, maybe fry eggs in the pan or something. So it's all your ingredients all your ingredients are in there, I should say. You put the top on. Now, like I said, my crock pot has 3 settings. I use the low setting, and now I use the low setting for 7 hours. And in 7 hours, everything was deliciously cooked, mixed together, and very lovely. Now, this is what it looked like. So I scooped it out. My husband and I scooped it out into our plates, and so it was like a big chunk. But it was so wonderful, and it was ready, and that's the best part. You know, it was like I just, you know, put everything together, and that was it. So now, once again, to go over the ingredients for you, you need a dozen eggs. You need 1 cup of almond bries. You need 16 ounces of cheese, shredded. So either you buy the pre-shredded cheese or you buy the chunks and shred it yourself. You need some sausage. This is what I prefer, and this had no nitrates in it too. That's why I liked it. You need some salt. In this particular case, I use sea salt. You need some pepper. I put just a, you know, of Italian seasoning in it, and if you have spray for the bowl, then you use the spray. If not, then just rub some olive oil in it. And of course, your good old hash browns goes in first. Now, what I'll do is I'll put the ingredients into the description, you know, of this particular YouTube page. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. The recipe, like I said, was really good, and I adjusted it to my particular needs, and you may want to adjust it further depending on what you like or what you need. And also, please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can be updated on upcoming videos. All right, thanks. Bye.